Hello everyone and welcome back to another Gotham City Chronicles video. Today we're visiting Ace Chemicals to try and stop Penguin and Dr. Death from unleashing his toxin that kind of gives you superpowers but then turns you into a horrible skin tree thing. Pretty horrible. The mission is called Deadly Infection and it will be the regular Batman for Gotham City Chronicles teaming up with Batgirl and Robin, as in Damian Wayne Robin, to try and take them down. There's some new thug types on the map, but to quickly go over the map, because there's some new interactables, well, there's some new features. These skull and crossbones indicate dangerous terrain. The big vat that created the Joker is dangerous terrain 4, difficult terrain 4, so you definitely don't want to end up in there. There's a dangerous terrain 1, which this guy has started in here. If you move into it, you will take one yellow die worth of damage, which could be the 0, to be fair. Let's see, in terms of what the heroes need to do. Oh, also, first of all, reinforcement points for the villains there, and that door on the bottom floor there. The heroes need to get to this safe on the upper floor, go up the gangway, get in here, go to the safe, unlock it, and they do that by doing either a complex manipulation or a complex thought of 6, which I guess is either them lockpicking it or computer hacking and opening it. That will tell them which one of these barrels has Dr. Death's formula in it, which is indicated, this indicates that a barrel here somewhere has the toxin. They then have to get back to this barrel to take it, and at which point they become contaminated. Contamination we'll deal with when it happens, / if it happens, but the contaminated hero then needs to go all the way back up to here in this office right at the back there to synthesize a cure. And at a certain point later on, Dr. Death actually appears on the table. The mission is a victory for the heroes if Dr. Death is neutralized either by being beaten to pulp or by being cured by the vaccine. The villain wins if the contaminated hero perishes a certain number of turns after they become infected, or if just Dr. Death is still standing by the end of hero turn, I think it's hero turn 7 again? Yes, and heroes go first again in this mission. So I think that's the basics. We'll go over some of Batgirl and Robin's unique traits in a second. The other thing to mention is the villain track starts with 2 penguins on it. We'll come over here real quick. Penguin, penguin. That's just because one of them gets replaced by Dr. Death eventually. It does also mean Penguin could have a cheap turn and an expensive turn, or get a double turn if he wanted to. He's not super threatening, but it is something he could do. So, Batman, we've seen Batman. The only difference is he has a explosive batarang this time as part of his Bat gadgets. Batgirl, she has martial arts. She won't use lethal weapons. That skill, I think it's called teamwork. If she's on the same square as a teammate, she gives them 1 reroll, just 1 die reroll. Then she's got hacking and other stuff, which is relevant. She's got batarangs. She's got perforating batarang, with just 1 use, and a tranquilizer dart, just 1 use. That's the same stuff that Nightwing was using last time. Damian, he has martial arts, combo, and combo is that one, and retaliate or counterattack. That skill, I've forgotten what it's called. I think it's leadership. It means that he can give 1 free movement at the cost of 1 of his own cubes into a thought action to someone in the same tile as him. So for instance, because he and Batman have to start together, he could pay 1 to give Batman a free move outside of his basic move distance. And he is equipped with a taser gun, which adds an orange and 1 electrical damage to his attacks, and a one-time use explosive gel, which if you played any of the Arkham games, you'll know how it works. So hopefully that covered everything. We'll take a quick second here to make sure of that, and then we'll just get started with the heroes taking turn 1. Okay, I think everything was covered, so we are moving into hero turn 1 there. All heroes are starting active, so they regenerate 2 cubes, because this mission also said that 5 had to be over in their fatigue zone at the start of the mission. Done, done, and done. So we know that the first goal is to get to that safe as said, so I think the best idea is to make Batman and Robin go do that while Batgirl kind of covers this area and she can take the sample over afterwards. But she's up on the gangway above the vat of chemicals right now. So I think first things first, we'll take advantage of Damian's skill that, again, I've forgotten the name of, but he'll do 1 automatic thought and it gives 1 free movement to Batman. So we'll put Batman up on the fence there. There's a little bit of dust attached to his cape there. Sorry, got to keep him prim and proper. So, also these yellow barrels are 1 level higher than the ones he's currently on. So that thug is actually, with the shotgun, is 1 higher than Batman currently. So, let's say that Batman will activate. It's a drop of 1 to get down onto this square, but his free movement and parkour easily covers that. And he's going to punch this gentleman with the net gun. He's going to do their armor 2, I believe. Yeah. Okay, we'll do a couple of punches. Like that. So that's 2 reds. We'll come over here. There's a lot more on the board here, so it's a bit harder to find a rolling space. So that's 2. Martial arts brings it to 3, so 1 hit does get through. That is probably defendable. So let's say that the villain is going to attempt a single defense, because he just needs to block 1. And it was a fail. So that thug with the net, put him over there, is gone and done. Now, is Batman going to do anything else yet? Who are the cheapest ones on the villain track? The prison jumpsuit guys and the net guys, if you ignore Penguin. So they're probably the highest priority. Shotgun guys are right at the end of the track. They're way too expensive to activate, so we're safe from them for a turn. Same with the hazmat guys, probably. Alright, Batman will throw a Batarang then. We'll do 2 plus the Batarang, so that is 2 orange and a rerollable yellow against him right there. Rerollable yellow. So that's just 2. What armor does those guys have? They only have 1 armor. So that is 1 damage going through to him. Is that warranting a block? Let's say yes, because again, they are cheap to activate. And this will keep him conscious. Yep. Easily stayed conscious there. So that's no good. Should we go with someone else? Batman's got 4 cubes left. Yeah. Let's move with Damian. So Damian's just got a move bonus of 2, but he has parkour level 1 and mobility level 1 as well. So you can ignore the fact that this is a hop up for 1 and a hop down for 1 and just go 1, 2. So his free movement gets him into the same square as his father. So he could also throw a Batarang. Yeah, let's do that. He's also got orange dice for his ranged... Oh, he can't. He doesn't have Batarangs. He doesn't have a ranged attack. Never mind. No, he can't. That is also a problem. In that case, he will spend 2 on movement and go 1, 2 up to this gangway, and he might as well attack that hazmat guy, I guess. He rolls re-rollable oranges for his melee attacks. Let's do 2. Pardon me. So that is 2 re-rollable orange plus 1 orange for the taser. We'll do the taser separately. So these are the re-rollable basic... Oh, perfect. Taser. Taser didn't do anything, but he has martial arts, so it's actually 5 minus 2 for their automatic defense. Or no, wait, they only have 1 automatic defense. But because of the taser, it does 1 electrical damage, which is true damage. It just goes straight through. He is gone. So that doesn't leave him with a lot of cubes, unfortunately. So I think that's it for Damian. I don't know if Batman wants to move again. He could move. It would be 2 more cubes to get up to where Damian is, or he could wait and use his movement bonus next turn. He'll wait. Let's do something with Batgirl. She's up on the gangway. This hasn't come up in any of the games we've done so far, but if you're throwing a ranged attack at, or firing a gun or whatever on a target that's lower than you get 1 bonus yellow dice into the attack. And the app on the overlord.net will show you if you get the yellow dice bonus. So we know we're not scared of the shotgun guys, but there is one in her way. So should she throw at him? She can't see him because this is in the way. He's on a level above the floor, so she could see him, but again, they're not likely to activate. Let's throw a Batarang at the shotgun bird just because he's in the way. She'll do 2. So that's 2 orange dice plus a yellow rerollable for the Batarang, plus a bonus yellow for having an elevation bonus. So these are not rerollable. This is, and she can't give her teamwork bonus to herself, as far as I'm aware. So that's so far. So that is 4 minus his automatic defense of 2. That is 2 hits coming in. The villain can do up to 2 more blocks. Just going to take that one and say he is knocked out. So that leaves her with 5 cubes, and she has a movement bonus of 2. And that's a 2 drop. And she has parkour 1. So normally that would be 1, but it's actually 1, 2, 3. Back down to 2 because of parkour. So So that uses up the entirety of her movement, I believe. Because it would be 1 plus 2 bringing it to 3. So that's as far as she can get, just like that, huh? We don't need her to go very far because it's her job to grab the sample. So let's spend 2 on movement to go doot doot into this square with this gentleman here, right over there, and punch him for 2 orange. And she just gets 2 orange. They're not re-rollable. She isn't that great at fighting. Only 1, which is not enough. Oh wait, no, she has martial arts. That does 2. So 1 hit got through. Would the villain defend that? You know, I think he would, because annoying her and keeping her busy seems relevant. Okay, he's fine. So that is it for hero turn 1. Yeah, I think so. So now let's see what the villain is going to do in turn 1. So we're over to the villains. Everything gets put over here, and then 5 go back. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the first activation is going to be the penguin, because he's cheap and cheerful and he gets a ranged attack. So why not? Penguin, he moves 2, so he's just going to walk out into the gangway and he's going to shoot his umbrella at Damien, because why wouldn't he? There's line of sight. He doesn't have anything relevant to this. He does have sneak attack, but that's if you're on the same tile as someone and your menace index of all you and your allies is greater than the enemy. You get some kind of bonus. I've forgotten what the bonus is, but you get a bonus. So anyway, he rolls a yellow and an orange. 2. Well, 2 is 2. Damien gets an automatic yellow for defense. Oh yeah, also I forgot to move everything into the fatigue zone. I did that off camera. Yellow for defense. He's just going to take it on his basic yellow. He blocked nothing, so he took 2 damage. Just like that, Penguin did something. So now the other activation. Let's see. The prisoners, there's the prisoner, there's one guarding the safe, and then there's one next to Batman who could hit him. There's one up there at the gangway, and there's one at Batgirl, so that's probably a good idea to hit Batgirl. 2 cheap and cheerful activations. Just activate that for 1 as well. We'll take this card over with us because they're doing more things. So let's do that. They've got a movement of 3, and then they do a white-yellow physical attack. They also have sneak attack, as it happens, which is a little strange, but that's fine. So this thug is obviously going after Batman. Now, can this thug make it to Damien? 1, 2, 3. He totally can, so he would, I guess. 1, 2, 3. There's no difficult terrain, so he just goes for him. This guy over here, you know, smart thing to do, he's going to guard the vaccine and walk into there. This one's staying where he is and is attacking Barbara. So, a white and a yellow die. Let's do the one attacking Barbara up there, first of all. No rerolls, right? Nope. Could technically spend for rerolls, but that's probably not worth it because that was a whiff and a half. The one attacking Batman. 2. Okay, so Batman gets an automatic defense of orange. His cape only applies to ranged attacks, incidentally. He'll just do his automatic. He blocked it. And then the one smacking Damien, the prodigal son. Also 2 damage. And he will take it on his automatic yellow. He blocked half of it, so he took 1 more damage. Like that. Not looking too great for him already as it happens, but that's fine. So that is all the prisoners wanting to do, I think. So that was quite a quick first turn for the villains. It's now going to go over to heroes, turn 2. So Damien is going to stay active, I think. So he's only going to get 2 energy. Barbara, oh, that's tricky. She isn't likely to get attacked. You know, I think she is going to rest this turn. She is resting, so she'll heal 5. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. And Batman is going active, so he will also just get 2 energy. And with that, who's likely to activate next? The neck guys, maybe the penguin again, maybe the hazmat guys. Okay. Well, let's have Batman punch this gentleman for 2 reds. Back over here, grab our 2 reds. That is not a great result. Do we go for a reroll? Yeah, let's go for a reroll. 2, those guys just have 1 armor, so that is 1 hit getting through. Definitely try and defend with a single orange. because blocking 1 damage is not that hard. Case in point, he is totally fine. That's annoying. He only has 1 more fist attack available as well. Alright, he's just going to leave the square then because of plans. So normally it would just be 1, 2 to get up to there, but because of the menace index it becomes 3. He doesn't have elusive. He has free movement of 2, so he has to spend 1 to go 2 squares, just because of the way it works. And the reason he's doing that is so that guy's menace index doesn't affect Damien, because Damien is going to use his explosive gel to blow up the wall here and go immediately into where the safe is. So the way this works, it gives you tier 2 of wall breaker. That means you can break down any wall up to the level that it is. Most walls on most levels are 2. There is a few where there's level 1s, and some that are level 3. So he blows a hole in the wall. I'll get a symbol for it in a second, and you just do a move as if there is a hole, and there will be a hole in a second, but it costs you 2 extra than what it would normally be. It would normally be 1, it becomes 3, 2 for free because of his free movement, so he has to spend 1, and again the villain's menace is not counted because Batman counters his menace with the same level of menace. So that means he is in there, and he needs to do a complex thought or manipulation of 6. He could attempt it. He has 3 orange dice to get 6. It isn't super likely. He'll give it a go. He'll tap completely. Roll 3 orange. He doesn't have any skills that help this. He just needs 3 2s. No, nowhere near. Okay, that's fine. So that's all Damien's doing because he's out of power. And Batman is probably just gonna... Yeah, he's done as well, I think. He can't punch. Well, he could punch once, but that's not really consistent enough. So, and Barbara's resting. I think that means we're right back over to villains for their second turn. So decisions have been made for the villains. First of all, boom over there. All the energy to play with. And the first thing being activated for 2 is the warning tile. Now, the 2 choices you have in this scenario for what you do when you activate the warning tile is you either take 5 reinforcement points, or you take 4 reinforcement points, and Penguin, without moving, gets to do a free attack at range, and the skill is a poison tip bonus, so it actually has the poison 2 skill. So it's just the same as like electricity 2, it's true damage that will go through as long as he beats the target's defense. The Shotgun Brute and the Net Brute, who are both worth 2 each, are coming back, and are coming out of that door right there, where the reinforcements is, and then he's shooting his poison pin, nib, whatever, at Batman. Let's just do it from over here. What does he roll again? He rolls a yellow and an orange. See if he can break Batman's defense. Definitely not with that kind of roll. So, never mind. But that was a free one off of the reinforcement. Also, apparently, Suri thought I was talking to him there. Sorry, my bad. So, the other activation for this turn... Oh, also, the destroyed wall icon is now there. That's you can just see through as if there was like an orange line. It's still difficult terrain 2 to pass through it. So, the Hazmat could take a shot at Damien. The net guns could potentially go after Batgirl. The Hazmat Thugs... Well, the Hazmat Thug would get a shot. 2 of them would get a shot at Batgirl, actually. One of them would get a bonus. That seems like the best bet, then. Go all nasty, spend 3 on the Hazmats, and then we'll come back around to the table. So they move 2, and they have a ranged attack of 2 rerollable white dice. This one will just stay where he is, and will shoot at Batgirl. Turn him so he's facing his target. The one up there is on a higher elevation, and I believe he can see this square. I could technically check the app, but come on, he can look over the edge. This one is just going to shoot at Damien, I think, because Damien has nothing left for defense, and the other one is dead, so there's only 3 on the board. Perfect. Let's start with the one that's shooting Damien. Rerollable. So that is 2 damage coming in on Damien. We'll just go with his automatic yellow defense. He blocked 1 again. Nasty. And then the one without the bonus, shooting at Batgirl, sorry if I keep on calling her Batwoman, but there is a distinction. She is Batgirl. 2 damage on Batgirl. She has an automatic yellow defense as well, which she will use. She blocked 1. She's copying Damien. She took 1 damage. And then the other one shooting at her with the yellow die thrown in is not rerollable, but the white dice are. 1 damage, and she'll just block that on the yellow die. Yep, she did. So that wasn't too bad. Well, except for Damien, but nobody likes Damien. So that is going to be it for the villain turn 2. That's on the end of there. And it jumps into hero turn 3. And let's see. Need to think for a second about what they're going to do. Decisions have been made. So Damien is going to have to rest. He's got nothing, so there's nothing really he can do. So he will heal 5, or rest 5 to play with this turn. Batgirl is doing fine because she rested last turn, so she's going active this turn and only gets 2. Batman is going to rest, so he's going to regenerate 6. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6. So that does mean only Batgirl is going to do stuff this turn, but hopefully she can have a big turn. So she's going to start by doing 3 attacks on the thug in her square, the prison outfit gentleman. So that's 3 orange dice. Excellent. So that's 4 plus martial arts is 5. He only has 1 defense. That ain't worth defending. He is gone. So put that one to one side. Then she's going to use her free movement to just move. Well, she can actually move 1 and then 2. That is 1 level higher, but she has parkour level 1, so she can just climb up there. Although, does she still see the target if she's there? I wonder. Because I want her to throw her batarang and maybe take out one of the tougher thugs. Like the one right in front of her, for instance. You know, this might be a good time if I just stretch behind me to grab my phone. I can show you in real time how that app works. That shows you, oh, can you see line of sight? So here we have the very map we're playing on. And I want Batgirl to be on this square. And yes, she can see it, but it doesn't give a range bonus. If that is there. So, but does he get a range bonus against her? You press on it again. Yes, it does. So, that means that she can attack him in ranged because it's visible. Now, will she waste her? I don't want her to burn herself out too much. It's very likely the net people are activating next turn. They have 2 armor. Yeah, let's just spend 1 on a ranged attack, but also use up the once per game perforating batarang. So that's just 1 orange die plus 2 red dice from the batarang on this net thug that's kind of in our way. That is a dead thug. That's 3 damage coming through. I mean, he technically could spend 2 dice to try and defend it. That doesn't seem worth it. That does not seem worth it at all. So he's gone. Now, does Barbara want to do anything else? She's got 4 left to play with. No, she's going to need to move a lot next turn, so I think we'll say that's good for her. The other 2 are resting, so it's right over to villain, turn 3. So that 5 energy that was spent in that turn immediately just comes back into the play area. And let's see here, makes the most sense. Kind of could take another shot at Batman. I mean, the net thugs are equipped with guns, but they're not really, because it's a melee attack, but they have a skill that means they can hit adjacent tiles. They do shackle, which means you have to like get rid of the status effect, or you lose 1 from every success you're doing. It's 1 because they have shackle level 1. So, I mean, Batman's in no danger of dying, and he has a lot of dice to play with. And by dice, I mean cubes. The shotgun bursts might be a good idea. They're currently a bit expensive. Yeah, sure. How much do the Penguin Gang guys move? They move 2. They do hit adjacent squares. One of them could slow Batgirl down, which I guess seems like the best bet. So let's spend 1 just to see how that works. Oop. Bring the tiles down. So they move 2. So he's just going to move there because then he can attack. He can attack the square that's adjacent. So it's a re-rollable yellow and an orange. Well, he doesn't need to re-roll. That's the best possible result. He got 4. Is Batgirl going to do anything defense-wise? That's a tricky one. She gets an automatic yellow. Let's put in 2 orange. She needs to be able to move. Oh, and she gets her yellow dice, of course, although that's not a good start. That means the most that she can block is 3. She blocked 1, so 3 comes through. But Shackle does no damage. Shackle, if you have it, just does the status effect. So she doesn't take any damage from that, but she is shackled. There's a specific icon you need to use for that. I'll get that in between takes. So as far as the other thugs go, I guess this one here will move to the ladder, but he doesn't have enough to get down it this turn, so there's nothing he can do. And the one up here, he might as well move 1, 2 and start aiming for Damien, I guess. And then that's it for them. So they go back on the board. And then the other activation would probably be the shotgun brutes, because they can cause some trouble for 2 on the board. Now 1 and 2 is both penguin. You could take a double turn, like I said, so the shotgun brutes, he's going to have to move. They move 2, right? Just so he's not in the same square. So he can shoot Barbara. He can see Barbara, probably. Again, I could double check. And then this shotgun brute, that's a double orange line, so presumably he can see and just straight shoot Damien there. The other one's going to stay guarding the vaccine up at the back there. So these are 1 single black die. This one shooting Barbara. Nope. This one shooting Barbara. He is technically 1 level higher, so I think he would get the yellow die. Nope, but he still did 4 to her. Oh no. Well, she might as well defend then, because, oh no, it's going to come out there. No, she's just going to use her automatic defense. She blocked 1, she took 3 damage. Comes out of there. Ouch. And then the one up there shooting down to Damien. Or shooting across to Damien, I should say. He whiffed. So Batgirl is not in a good position, especially considering she's the one that's supposed to be grabbing the formula once they know which barrel it's in, or the serum, whatever it's called. Yeah, that's nasty. Well, it doesn't look good as we go into hero turn 4 of 7. So Damien is going to go active. That does also mean he actually heals a wound, because he only has 1 in his fatigue zone and needs to heal 2, so that's good. Batgirl is also going to stay active because she needs to get away from all those henchmen, so she only regenerates 2, which only gives her 4 cubes to play with, which is not a lot. Batman, he's going active, and he can have a very effective turn, hopefully, because he has somebody to play with. First things first, though, it's going to come down to whether or not Damien can break open this safe. Now, technically, Batman is better at it, though. He rolls red dice, and he has the hacking skill, which I believe applies if you're doing a complex thought action to get rid of the, or to open the thing. Damien could do it. He can roll 5 orange dice, and he needs a 6. Does he go all in on it, though? This is one of those decisions where it could be game defining about how this goes. 5 orange dice to get 6 successes, and there's 2 2s and 2 1s on an orange die, I think. Yeah. You know what? Let's go for it. I'm a gambler. So that is 4, 5. 5 orange dice. Here we go. So that is 3, 4. He's going to spend his last 2 on 2 rerolls. Thank goodness. So that is 4, 6, 7. So he has cracked open the safe. The safe has revealed to everyone specifically which canister here is the Death Serum. Now, I don't know if that's the point at which Dr. Death appears on the map or not. We'll finish this turn first. Oh, actually, no, we might not, because he might appear. Let's read the thing. So, I'm sorry we're at the Batman angle here, but it's so I can read it. If successful, the heroes learn the location of the drums of Death Serum. The villain removes the chest symbol from the board. They call it a chest instead of a safe, which is just a mistranslation in case you're curious. They then place Dr. Death tile in the first position of the river, his life point marker on the life board. Oh, okay. So Dr. Death, he appears up here. He comes in these doors here. Who touched my Death Serum? And then his card goes into the number 1 slot of the board. So he is right there and the board is full. Done that. Collecting the sample. If a hero knows the location of the drums of a Death Serum, a hero in the same area as the drums of Death Serum can collect a sample. To do so, they do a complex thought of 6. So they need to get over to those barrels and do a complex thought of 6. Batgirl was really good at that, but she needs to get over there is the problem. Okay, well at least Dr. Death is on the board. It isn't just enough to neutralise him, we have to also at the very least get the gas capsule, which is what you get for searching this successfully. So Batgirl is activating. She's going to move 1, 2, and she has parkour, pardon me, level 1, so that is covered. And then what? Good question, me. Well, Batman's going to punch this thug here so that he can do other stuff. 2 red dice, let's do this. He's failed to punch this man unconscious twice already. And it might be another, he's going to spend 1 on a reroll. He's gonna. Okay, that's more like it. That's 3, that becomes 4 with martial arts, minus his 1 defense, it's back down to 3. That thug, kablammo. So, now that that's clear, because Batman could be the one to go grab the serum now that I think about it. He's not moved this turn, he's got a free action. Huh. Okay, let's have Batgirl... Let's have Batgirl... Let's have her do 3 in a ranged, but she's going to use her tranquilizer dart on this shotgun thug that's standing on the barrels they need. So that is 3 orange. Luckily we have that over here from when Damien was doing stuff. And that is very easily going to bust his defense, so that just automatically does 4 poison damage and knocks him unconscious. So he's gone, but as is the tranquilizer. So, Barbara only has 1 cube left. She's definitely resting next turn anyway, so you know what, she's going to spend it just to go down another level and be there. Damien's not doing anything, he's also definitely resting next turn. Batman hasn't moved yet, so he can do his free move to go back down the stairs and be like, hi there, thug, who's in my way. He has 1 fist, well actually before he goes down the stairs he could do a ranged attack. Let's rethink that. Let's have him turn, spend 3 on a ranged attack, so that's 3 orange plus a rerollable yellow from using a Batarang. Good enough. That will take him out. So then he does his free movement, 1, 2. Then he's going to spend 2. Again, he has parkour level 1, so he can just do a hop and a hop, and it still just costs 2, because he ignores the 1 difficulty, 1 difficulty. And then he's there. He has to get a difficulty of 6, so he can't do it this turn, he's got to do it next turn. So with that, I believe we're at the end of the hero turn, and we'll hand it back over to the villains, complete with Dr. Death on the field. So we're back over with the villains, and they still have all the cubes to play with. Now Dr. Death is obviously the cheapest one to activate, however if he goes down that's part of the win condition for the heroes, so he doesn't really want to charge in there. That doesn't seem to make sense as a viable tactic, because he's just going to get himself killed sooner or later. He only has 4 HP. 3 armor, but 4 HP. But he is also clogging up the front of the river, so he is going to activate, and he's just going to go hide in the serum room. By going do. So he's in here with his serum, or the source that's creating the vaccine. Oh, in terms of his abilities, incidentally, he can force rerolls via misfortune. He increases the difficulty of walking into his tower by 1 because he is a horror, and he regens 2 at the start of every one of his turns because he is a healer. Now Penguin is clogging up the front of the board. Don't really need to activate them, so I guess Penguin is going to activate. Penguin's going to activate just again to get him. Oh, put that back on. There we are. To get him out of the way, to hit one of his cards down the board. He moves 2. He's going to shoot Damien straight down the hallway. It's all orange lines, so presumably you can see. So that is orange and yellow on the Prodigal Son. 1 damage. He gets an automatic yellow defense. We'll just roll this one. He blocked it. He actually finally successfully blocked an attack. So that was quick for the villain turn, but they don't really need to do much. We're going into hero turn 5, and we might as well just jump straight in. Damien has to rest. It's going to be a quick one. So 3, 4, 5 at least. Batgirl has to rest to also get back 3, 4, 5. Now Batman, that's an interesting one. He's going to stay active because he's actually going to have a turn, which gives him only 2 energy to play with, but he is going to try and find that canister. So he is going to do that. He has to beat 6. and he gets 2 automatically for having a level 2 investigation skill. You ignore hacking, this doesn't involve hacking. It is just... Oh wait, no, was it a complex manipulation or a complex thought? Sorry, collecting the sample... It is complex thought, that's weird. You'd think it would be a manipulation. It is a thought, so he does use that, and it does take that skill into effect. So he's already got 2, so he needs to beat 4. So 3 red dice should be enough. He's got to get 4 and 3 red dice. He did. He got exactly enough. 4 plus the investigation skill for 2. He has found the exact canister, which is in the form of... Sorry, let me just stretch. In form of this. It is now on his person. It has a carry weight of 0. It's just that. So now the other win condition is simply neutralize Dr. Death. There's 2 ways to do that. Just take him out, or synthesize the antidote by getting into the room he's currently guarding. Batman has to, because he's the one who's contaminated. Speaking of which, he is contaminated, so let's just come back over here and read what happens when you are contaminated. When a hero is contaminated, they immediately place 1 contamination token on their board, and then another one 3 turns ahead of where they are. 3 turns ahead of where we are is actually beyond the game length, so this doesn't matter, but that's where they would die. Let's see, the recovery value for an active and resting character that's contaminated is 10. So Batman gets 10 cubes back whether he's resting or active now that he's contaminated, and that's the temporary strength bonus from Dr. Death's serum. To get treated, you have to get up to here in the treatment room and do a complex manipulation of 6. And then you also synthesize the antidote by doing a... let's see, a contaminated hero in the same area as the laboratory, which is the one I just said, can inject themselves with an antidote. They're no longer contaminated. They also collect a sample of the antidote to indicate this. They take the gas capsule. So actually they're not supposed to hold the gas capsule right now. They're supposed to do that once they have the antidote. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is, he's become Super Batman for the remainder of the game, because again, it would be 3 turns after this. He would just die if he hasn't cured himself. But the game only has 2 turns left after this, so it doesn't matter. Speaking of which, that's it for the heroes this turn. So it's going over to the villain's turn 5. So again, the villain has everything to play for, and they're spending 3 on the warning tile, and this time they're just doing full reinforcement. So 5 reinforcement points in the form of the 3 prisoners for 1 each, and they're all going to appear there, and also a shotgun brute for 2, filling up that square. And the next tile activated is going to be the prisoners, and they're going to go harass Batgirl. So they move 3, which is easily enough to get into this square with her, making it very difficult for her to leave it. The other one up in the office is just going to stay there, and they're all going to attack her. So that is a white and a yellow die. First one hits her for 2. She'll block with her automatic yellow. Come on, come on. It's a 1. She took 1 damage. And then the third and final attack. That is a big swing and a miss. Was that 3 or was that 2 I just did? I think that was 2 I did. Hang on. Okay, 2 damage from the other one. If I did an extra attack, I apologise, but she blocked it anyway, so it doesn't matter. I lost track of counting there. So, not a super effective turn for the villains, although I think clogging up Batgirl to make it exceptionally hard for her to just run away from her space probably is the best bet, because now it's just stop them moving and you win. So, why not? So it's going to go over to hero turn 6. Damien is going to be active for 2. Batgirl is going to be active, and that means she heals 2 because there's nowhere else for her to pull cubes from. And Batman is active and he gets 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, that's all of them. 10. Super Batman. Alright, do we need to stop and think? We know what we need to do. What's the maximum Batman can put into his movement? 4. Okay. So, 1, 2, he ignores the drops because of parkour level 1. So that's his free move to there. And then he can move 4 more. Oops, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, Penguin. So that's 4 spent on movement. Like that. And he's getting 10 back anyway, so he might as well do something. He can't use any more movement though, so he can't cover the distance to get in there and punch Penguin. He could technically throw Batarang down to help Batgirl, that the best bet here? He'd get a ranged, he's get an elevation bonus. Let's do that. We'll throw a double orange Batarang, so that's 2 orange and 1 rerollable yellow, plus, 1 yellow plus a rerollable yellow for the Batarang. So that's the Batarang rerollable. These are not rerollable, these ones. Not great. Not great. They only have 1 armor, though, so 1 will have to be spent on defense to save him. Just roll one of these. He has to get at least a 1. He's fine. You know what? He'll do it again then. Except this time it's only a single orange, plus the yellow elevation, plus the rerollable yellow. Rerollable yellow. That is 4. So that's actually 3. That's not going to get defended, so one of those reinforced gents is gone. He can't do any more ranged attacks, he can't do any more movement. There is nothing else for him to do this turn. Yep, that's him. So Damien and Batgirl. And Damien has no ranged attacks. And it would cost him 3 to go back out of this because it's 1 plus the 2 from the difficult terrain. So he might as well just walk his 1 into this square, and he'll punch the hazmat guy because he has less armor. And he'll do that for... No, wait, no. No, he won't. He'll punch the net guy because he has more armor, and he'll go 3 orange. 3 rerollable orange plus a unrerollable orange for his taser. So, even without the taser, that seems pretty good so far. Here's the taser roll. So that would be 6. That ain't getting defended. He is gone. And he also has combo, so he gets a free single rerollable orange against someone else in the tile. So the hazmat guy. Rerollable because it's his basic attack. It does 2. He will try and defend that with a single die. He has 1 armor, so he just needs a 1 success. He didn't get it. Hazmat guy gone. Things are actually starting to shift a little bit. So now, again, Damien just needs to help clear stuff out, but he doesn't have any ranged. He will spend 1 to move into the square. And then that's it. Just to add some menace to that square, I think. So Batgirl, she's got 2 thugs on her. She's going to unleash 3 attacks on 1 of them. So it's 3 plus martial arts for 4, minus his armor of 1, that's 3. That will just take him out. The heroes are actually starting to try now. So to leave that square would be 2, not 1. So that's going to use up all of her free movement just to do that. And then she'll spend 2 on movement to go boop, boop. Because she needs to get up there to help. There's only 2 hero turns left. Speaking of which... Oh, sorry, no, there's only 1 hero turn left. That's terrible. Speaking of which, we are going now into the final villain turn because they don't get a turn 7. So let's see what they can do with their final activation. So for the villains, they basically just get this 5 cubes, or these 5 cubes rather, because they're just in the rest, but then 5 would come over. The first activation is going to be Penguin. There isn't much they can do, it just basically comes down to can the heroes do anything at all, and he's just going to stab Damien. Now you can do range attacks point blank, because there's actually a point blank skill, the shotgun brutes have them, where you get a bonus success, I think, if you're point blank. So anyway, we'll just do this over here. Penguin on Damien, that is a success of 3. Damien is just going to take it on his automatic yellow, because he hasn't learned his lesson. He blocked 1, so he took 2 damage. That immediately just comes out of there. And that's it for Penguin. And then the other activation is going to be the shotgun brutes for 3. Doesn't matter what the rest of them are doing because they don't. Well, actually, he could shoot upwards. He just doesn't get a bonus. Sure, they'll both shoot at Batman. This one will stay where he is. This one, point blank shot against Damien, and again they have point blank 1, which I'm pretty sure is just 1 automatic success. So the one shooting Damien, he did 2. He'll block that on his automatic yellow. No, he actually did. And then first one shooting Batman, second one shooting Batman. Wow, they whiffed. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Now it does mean 5 energy cubes for defense and rerolls. We are moving into the final hero turn. Let's come around here and see what's happening. They all have to be active because this is it. So Batgirl only has 4 to play with. Batman gets everything because he's contaminated. So let's just put there. It's fine. So what do we do? We go all out is what we do. That is how we do. So first things first, Robin's going to try and take out the shotgun thug, and he's going to go with everything. So his max he can do is 4. 4 orange, plus an unrerollable orange for his taser, but let's see if it's going to matter. It might still not matter, rerolls. I feel like I've forgotten that he rerolls his attacks at least once this match. So that is 6 minus his defense of 2, that is 4. It is blockable, but the defense might be required for Dr. Death, so no. Gone. So that's basically it for Damien. Can't do anything else. Batgirl's going to use her free movement to go doop doop, and she's going to put everything into her ranged and throw and throw at Penguin. So that is 4 plus a rerollable yellow. Oops, that was not rolled. Good enough, probably. That's 6. What was Penguin's defense? Penguin's defense is 2, so that's 4 damage coming through, which will KO him if he doesn't block any of it. So he'll attempt to block some of the 4 damage. He didn't. Penguin is down. I repeat, Penguin down. What a shame. So we're at the end of the match, so it technically doesn't matter, but again, this is how it happens if a tile gets neutralised. You flip them, they're broken, you have to dredge the river if you want rid of them, which costs you 2 maximum energy cubes. I like tidying the dice between turns. Look at this mess. This is what Damien does to your board. So now it just comes down to Batman, and he's only got one play that I think will work, which is to go 1, 2, and he's going to throw his explosive batarang at Dr. Death to try and take him out with everything he's got. So that would be 3 maximum. So that is 3 orange, 2 black dice. You have to buy rerolls. Let's see what we can do. Both black dice were blank. He will spend... How many rerolls can he buy? He can buy 4 rerolls. He's going to buy 4 rerolls, I think. Well, hang on. That would leave him with what? 4? Let's buy 3 rerolls. Yes. 3 rerolls. The 2 black dice and 1 of the orange. Okay, so that's 5, 6, 7. That's 7 damage. Dr. Death has 3 armor. So he's taking 4 damage, which would be enough to kill him unless he blocks. He's going to spend 3 on blocking. 3 orange dice on defense. He blocked 2, so he took 2 damage. Boop, boop. He has 2 health left. So, Batman doesn't even have enough to move into the tile now, I think. No, he does. Well, because it would be 1, 2, but it's actually an extra, it's 3 because Dr. Death has terror. So he has to spend 3 to move in, punch his way into this room, and he's going to try and punch Dr. Death to death with 2 dice, his last 2. 2 reds, punching him. Look at all this mess with the dice. He got 3 hits, Dr. Death has armor of 3. Isn't good enough. Not good enough, and there's no rerolls available. He is unable to take down Dr. Death, and that is the end of the game. They failed to neutralise him by 2 health. So unfortunately, the Bat family... I mean, they got the serum, but they weren't able to stop Dr. Death. So that's the way it goes sometimes. That's a hard mission. I wonder how things would have been if, well, one, if Damien had had a ranged attack. That was an oversight. Didn't really need the taser, I think. Having just batarangs instead might have made a difference. Maybe having a grappling hook to get up from, say, somewhere down here up onto there instantly. I'm not sure. Time really felt against you on that one. I didn't even come close to getting the vaccine, let alone injecting it into Dr. Death. But yeah, that was really, really tough. I think early on, the trick to this one, ignore the henchmen and just move. Be willing to spend extra, like max out your move every turn just to get up this gangway, because there's only so many henchmen that will follow you. Some of them are way too far away to bother. So I think, like, with hindsight, that's how I would have tackled this one. We might do this mission again down the line, but we are moving on to new ones. Now, the next core mission in the scenario booklet reuses this map, because the core box just came with 4 maps, so obviously it reuses them a lot. So in order to mix things up, we're going to mix in some of the additional expansions for Season 1, which is the Arkham Asylum and Wayne Manor expansions. So while this was all going on, while Dr. Death and Penguin were running the Bat family around, some ne'er-do-wells decided to break into Wayne Manor and try and steal all the valuables, unaware that Bruce Wayne is Batman. The only person who could possibly stand up to them is Alfred the Butler, and that is the mission we're going to do next time, so look forward for that, or to that. Please do show your support if you want to see more. It helps me realise what I should be prioritising. Sorry, I got distracted there because a car reversed in a manner which was very questionable. Not that I can drive, so what do I know? Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Please do show your support. It helps me know what series I should focus on and prioritise, although I am really, really enjoying playing Gotham City Chronicles. It's very fun. Even if you lose, it's still fun. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Ta for now.